think what's crazy is it's the biggest crowd I will have ever seen in my life. So the arena holds, I think it's 20 or 30,000 people. Just trying to prep at the moment by chilling out and clearing my head a little bit, because it is so nerve-wracking. My heart is beating like this. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating. So we're here at Web Summit for the week. It's day one today. Really, really excited. We've got three things going on. Number one is a press conference with Tinie Tempah tomorrow. Number two is a pitch on the main stage where I'll be telling the world about Generate. And number three is a talk with Tinie Tempah on the music stage and a Q&A about why he invested in us. So yeah, lots and lots going on, lots and lots to see. We're about to head into the main stage now. And yeah, let's see what Lisbon has for us. Whatever comes is relaxed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just...
And all you need to think is like, you know your stuff. Like there's no way they can trip you up. You're the founder of it. You created it, so it's you're the expert at your specialist subject.
Yeah.
So you can't ever be wrong unless you like freeze, which is not going to happen. Like you've been on Dragon's Den, so you're fine. No one is going to ever like look down, and you can never say anything wrong, basically.
So I first went to Web Summit in 2019 and had an incredible time. I spoke on a really small stage called the Showcase Stage, or the Startup Showcase Stage. Met some amazing people and really enjoyed it. This year I came back and went on the main stage, which was so amazing. And a real privilege to do, and the event just was even bigger and even better. Thank you everyone for coming. So my name's Sam Jones, and I'll just set the scene a little bit by giving you some context about Generate, who we are and what we do, and then introduce Tinie, and then we can open for any questions that you have. So the open secret within the advertising industry is that it's been built on exploiting our data.
Being able to understand tech a little bit more, I think it's, transparency is key, and I think we need platforms that actually serve the interests of the users and not the other way around. The fact that if we're not giving it over, then essentially a lot of these big tech businesses are powerless. They don't have any power.
People could monetize their data. How's that being done?
The starting point really for everything we do is we start by telling people, hey, you are valuable, your attention is valuable, and your data is valuable. Right now, if you're using these platforms, then all of this information, everything you do is being hoovered up and resold without your knowledge. So we're going to give you two choices. A, to keep that private, choose privacy mode, or B, to earn from it yourself in rewards mode.
I would like to know how to include people right now who are powerless, how to build a bridge by using technology.
Tech is a part of our language, this is kind of like how we've grown up. Now you can work from different regions in the world. You don't have to be like in the epicenters all of the time. People have been able to change their socio-economic situation. So that's why, dynamic, partnerships like this are like they work really well. I hope that in turn that will also level the playing field even further.
Hello, nice to meet you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, come on.
Great to meet you too.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, I'm Dragon's Den as well.
Thank you so much.
This is a big deal, mate. I'm with him. I'm like his chaperone. And I like when they pit against each other as well. Like I always feel like Tuka is always looking at like Peter Jones, and there's like a little kind of like a rivalry. Tej is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. I walk out and I could hardly think straight at this point. And then I gave the pitch, and in real life what happened is as soon as I gave it, because it lasts about 2 hours in total with the Q&A, Tuka stood up, and they didn't air this bit, but Tuka stood up and he said, that's the best pitch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then after that, all of the dragons just instantly wanted to come in.
So it's hilarious and amazing. But then as a result, look, they pretty much all came on board, so.
tired. We had a big day yesterday. Really good fun doing the press conference with Tinie and seeing some talks. Now today, it's action time. Yeah, gonna hop on the main stage shortly. I think what's crazy is it's the biggest crowd I will have ever seen in my life. So the arena holds, I think it's 20 or 30,000 people. That is a lot of people to be speaking to. So just trying to prep at the moment by chilling out and clearing my head a little bit, because it is so nerve-wracking. My heart is beating like this. And yeah, it's pretty intimidating going onto that stage.
All right, our next startup is called Generate with the number 8, and they're enabling people to control and earn from their own data. So find out how with Sam Jones, founder of Generate.
And I wore a Whoop while I was at Web Summit that measured my heart rate. We got the data so you can see what's happening with my body at the time. And what's crazy is my nerves and my heart rate was nearly higher before I go on stage. So the anticipation of what's about to happen is making you more nervous than the event itself. So for me, it's that whole run up. You're backstage, you can't eat. It's very hard to get clarity of thought. You're feeling anxious, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling literally physically closed up. And you're just trying to open yourself to try and play it down and overcome that physical emotion. And then when you get onto the stage, that tension turns into energy and you can harness that energy. And there's a nervousness to it, but you can harness that to project and to look and to tell your story better.
The open secret within the advertising industry is that it's been built on exploiting our data. Everything that we do online is being tracked. Every question we search for, every website we go to, every click, every like, every action. Companies, often that we've never even heard of, are tracking us, tracing us, and creating digital fingerprints of us.
The anxiety and the fear kind of bubbles down into something that's more controllable whilst you're pitching, but you need to be able to kind of get to a stage where you're calm and you can work through it and you can think.
It's our data, and I believe that we should have a choice. When a person uses Generate, they have a simple choice to choose whether companies can access their data or not by selecting rewards mode or privacy mode. I believe in a future where people will be able to control and earn from their own data. Generate has started a movement that empowers people to do just this. I hope that you'll come on the journey with us. Thank you, Web Summit.
In a short pitch like that at Web Summit, it's after the pitch that you then calm and you go, whoa, what just happened? And then you try to look for validation. How was it? How did that go? Did you understand this bit? Did you hear that bit okay? For something longer like Dragon's Den, you can actually enjoy it in the moment. So once you're sparring with the questions and you're engaging with people, you can naturally kind of calm down and be in the moment more. I cannot wait to see what happens at the next one. It was just the most amazing event. There were incredible people, phenomenal speakers, electric atmosphere. I hope they have us back next year. Awesome, wise words.
Yeah?
Cool, I'm gonna take a few breaths.
And take a shit. A quick shit. You know those nervous shits?